How are you? Good to see you.
Manny Pacquiao is back, and this time it's not some flashy exhibition or charity showcase. No, this is the real deal. At 46 years old, the Filipino icon is stepping into the ring for a fully sanctioned fight. Gloves laced, records on the line, legacy in play. And the opponent? None other than the young, hungry warrior Mario Barrios, the same guy who gave Tank Davis hell and just grabbed a title at welterweight. But the real twist? Floyd Mayweather walked into Wildcard Boxing Gym in LA, the same place where Manny built his legend with Freddie Roach in the early 2000s. This is sacred ground for Pacquiao. So when Floyd stepped through those doors during a high-intensity sparring session, jaws dropped.
There, Manny Pacquiao getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, you know, it has to be pertaining to any kind of money. You know, it has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money. One. Two, I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, you know, bigger fighter, knows how to, you know, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old legends.
Because here's the truth. Manny Pacquiao's comeback for Mario Barrios is way more serious than people thought. The dude ain't training like a retired legend. He's training like a man chasing war, like a man chasing revenge. And when Floyd walked into that room, yeah, the air changed. The silence was loud. But why was Floyd there? Why now? And what does this mean for boxing, for Barrios, and possibly for a second Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight? Let's break it down. Everyone thought Manny was done for real after that Yordenis Ugas loss. The speed slowed, the power dipped, and Manny hung up the gloves with a senator's smile and a politician's wave. But behind the scenes, something was burning. And when Mario Barrios' name came up, Pacquiao's competitive fire hit red line.
147, kind of a weird spot right now. We're looking at Manny Pacquiao potentially facing Mario Barrios. What do you think of that fight?
Yeah, I think that, you know, it's a very contentious subject. Like, you know, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like, we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month.
Barrios, who fought Gervonta Davis and lost but gave Tank a fight, isn't some scrub. He's big, young, and hungry. This ain't an exhibition. This ain't for the fans. This is Pacquiao putting his reputation on the line to prove he still has it in a real sanctioned fight.
Mario got the win. How do you feel about your performance?
I felt right about it. The eye, like, it made it hard to get my rhythm, to get my range down. But of course, you know, I'm gonna stay in there.
No excuses, but you know, being sick didn't help. Throwing on the right. Being sick with the flu didn't help. You got it done, baby.
And let's talk about that training. This man is going insane in the gym. We're talking back-to-back 8-round sparring sessions with killers. rapid-fire mitt work, military-level conditioning, and yes, the footwork? Still teleporting. The speed? Still there. The dude's like a Marvel character at 45. Not washed, not desperate, just locked in.
Don't want it. I got it. December Eve. I'm coming back in December. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Bring some of that paper, baby. I have the best. I have the pound. Take it from me. That's it. Take it from me like I did before. Like Joe Horn? Hey, I want you to say, hey, I want you to talk about your shoulder hurts. No! Did you get the surgery? There we go. Let's go, champ! Hey!
Let's be real. Floyd Mayweather doesn't do anything by accident. If he walked into Manny's camp, it was for a reason. You think it was respect? Doubt it. You think it was support? Not likely. More like surveillance. Because Floyd has been watching. And word on the street is that the Mayweather camp didn't expect Manny to be this locked in. There's rumors that Mayweather Promotions might have future plans for Barrios, maybe even lining him up for another Gervonta Davis bounce-back fight down the line. If Pacquiao smokes Barrios, that entire pipeline falls apart. Floyd might have walked in to size up the storm before it hits. And don't forget, when they fought in 2015, Floyd beat Pacquiao, but not without controversy. Fans never got closure. And maybe Floyd didn't either. Could this be round one of something bigger?
We talk about TBE, it's for a reason. Now, one thing about him, he's a hell of a fighter. You know, when we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Don't let them trick you into getting your ass whooped again.
So when Floyd rolled in to check things out, it wasn't just a friendly visit, it was something else. The second that video dropped of Floyd walking into Manny's gym, the internet exploded. You don't show up like that unless you're thinking about something bigger. That's what fans are saying, and they might be onto something.
We got Floyd Money Mayweather walking through. You know this is home in Miami. They're coming through. Got my man GT. You know what the vibes are like when GT walking in the gym? Work. That's but Hall of Fame time. 1, 2, 3.
Because here's the math. Floyd's still doing exhibitions, still fighting influencers and MMA legends for tens of millions. And Manny? He's literally risking it all against an active contender. The way he's training, it doesn't feel like a one-off. It feels like a statement. So if Manny wipes Barrios and looks elite doing it, what's stopping him from calling out Floyd directly? And if Floyd was rattled by what he saw, he might just say yes. Money talks, ego talks louder, and legacy that screams.
Winner versus winner, you know, they make this, you know, and if you watch box, like how many years we're waiting, like Pacquiao versus Mayweather, how many years we're waiting, Wilder versus Tyson Fury, they have like 100-0, 100-0, like, you know, like people beg, hey, please make this fight, you know, and it's like...
Plus, word on the street is Floyd didn't just pop into Wildcard Gym for show, he actually pulled Manny aside and dropped a few gems about stepping back into the fire at this age. Say what you want about Floyd, but the dude stays active, even if it's just exhibitions in Dubai or random showcases in Japan.
Case my talent and give people just a glimpse of, you know, what I was doing when I was at the height of my career, you know, when I was at the pinnacle of my career, you know. So just Being able to just travel the world and put on shows, put on exhibition bouts, and still sell out arenas. It's a great feeling. But you know, the fans love it. Now, I truly believe if I took a lot of abuse in the sport of boxing throughout my career, then I probably wouldn't still be doing the exhibitions or putting on boxing showcases. But I didn't really take no abuse in the sport of boxing, so I feel like I can continue to go out there, have fun, and put on shows throughout the world.
He knows what it feels like to get back in the ring when your body isn't 25 anymore. Sources say Floyd gave Manny some real talk about the physical toll a real, sanctioned fight takes when you're pushing 50. From timing and reflexes to stamina and ring IQ, it's a whole different ball game now. And while they've been rivals for decades, there's a mutual respect there. Floyd knows what it takes to stay sharp. And apparently, he wasn't gatekeeping the game. Let's not get it twisted. This comeback is wild risky. Pacquiao's 45th. He's been inactive. Barrios is younger, taller, longer, and been active in the ring. If Manny loses this, it's not just another L, it's the end of his boxing legacy as we know it.
Don't like it. I think Pacquiao, I mean, obviously he's definitely one of the legends, amazing, but he's also old. Everyone keeps bringing it up, he's just getting old, like, and I mean, you could be old and fight, but Errol Spence I think he's at his prime. I think he's a really good fighter, even though he did have a long layoff from his Christ and everything. I think Errol Spence can fight, and I don't think that's something Pacquiao should run into because you're fighting a young, hungry guy who wants to get back up top because he had that long layoff, and you've already had that top. You've already been at the top. You've already had that, so I don't really see it. I don't see him getting anything out of it except for like the paycheck, obviously. But I think he should take it. I think he's old and he should just start calming down from the fighting aspect.
But if he wins, especially if he dominates, we're talking one of the craziest late career stories ever. Think Michael Jordan on the Wizards, but imagine MJ dropping 40 on Kobe in 2003.
So what do you tell him now? He's going to be the 47th president. He's a big boxing fan. Of course, supporting him of his administration.
Pacquiao ain't coming back to coast. He's coming back to conquer. And Floyd walking in like that, it might have just lit the final fuse. Now let's talk about the guy actually standing across from Manny in the ring. Barrios is in a lose-lose situation here. If he wins, oh, you beat an old man. If he loses, wow, you got beat by a 46-year-old senator who hasn't fought in years. Either way, he's gonna get dragged on Twitter. But that's what makes this fight dangerous. Barrios has nothing to lose and everything to gain. He's got size, youth, and he's been in tough wars. He knows this is his shot at becoming a household name. If he shocks the world and stops Pacquiao, his stock skyrockets overnight. But if he gets cooked, he's just another step in Manny's road to redemption or revenge. People think Floyd's always 10 steps ahead, and most of the time, they're right.
I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not.
Do you think it's strange that he's coming off the couch and getting a title fight like that?
I think when you've achieved what he's achieved, you've always got the right to do things a little bit differently.
So why would he insert himself into this storyline? Because he knows. He knows the boxing world is heating up again. With Tank versus Bud, Canelo versus Bud, and Jake Paul fighting everybody with a pulse, the sport is back in headlines. Floyd knows that if Manny wins big, that rematch becomes the biggest bag left in the game, especially now that both guys are legends beyond titles.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fight, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20.
He might pretend to be unbothered, but showing up to that gym, that's energy, that's presence, that's him keeping his finger on the pulse. You don't check on a washed fighter unless you're worried he's not actually washed. This whole situation ain't about belts anymore. It's about legacy. It's about unfinished business. And it's about pride.
If you be honest, Inoue is a lot better skilled fighter than Pacquiao at that time. A lot more complete. He's more complete of a fighter. Pacquiao is talented and he has ability, but Pacquiao's biggest thing is his heart. That's what get him through a lot of shit. Because you can hit Pacquiao and never let you know it, that he's affected by it. And he'll keep coming, but he coming at a volume and at a rate.
Floyd and Manny were the kings of an entire generation. They built empires, made history, changed the game. And just when you think it's over, it's not. Manny's not done writing his story. And Floyd? He might just be forced to step out of his exhibition world and revisit the chapter he never fully closed. Pacquiao is coming back with serious smoke, and Floyd knows it. The moment Mayweather walked into that gym, the comeback wasn't just real. It became personal.
What's up, guys? So, it looks like Manny Pacquiao is going to return thanks to Happy Punch putting out this information. Go check them out on Twitter or X. It says WBC president announces Mario Barrios, hopefully I'm saying that right, will defend his welterweight title against Manny Pacquiao in July. So Manny Pacquiao is returning and automatically getting a title shot. That doesn't seem like a fair thing to happen, but I guess that's what we're going to get. I haven't watched Manny Pacquiao in a few years. Like, I don't remember. I didn't watch his last couple fights, and but I don't think he's getting older, and yeah, maybe he can beat this guy. But I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I thought he retired, and now he's coming back out. All these boxers are coming back out of retirement. Tyson Fury retired, and now he's wanting a rematch against the champ again for the third time. But here we go. Here we go again. Another retired boxer coming back out of retirement for a title shot that they really don't deserve because they haven't been around boxing in a while. Like, comment, and share, guys. If you want to support my channel. shit, I can't speak. Holy crap. Anyways, bye guys.
Well, Manny is locked in for July 19th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for the WBC Welterweight Championship, nearly 4 years after his last pro fight. The Nevada State Athletic Commission already cleared him, and WBC President Mauricio Suleiman confirmed the matchup during the Canelo vs. Skull event in Saudi. Pacquiao's comeback will stream as a PBC on Prime Video pay-per-view, meaning it's big business. And if Manny wins, he walks away not just as a Hall of Famer. He's getting inducted next month, but as a 46-year-old world champion. Arguably the wildest mic drop in boxing history. So what do y'all think? Was Floyd there to support, spy, or silently challenge his old rival? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story's far from over. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because the second Pacquiao or Floyd makes their next move, we're breaking it down here first. I'll catch you in the next video.